On the shores of Timor, where the brave set sail, in Ulubedak we blaze a trail. Through halls of legends, our voices ring. At Ivan era, we dare to dream. 6,000 strong, united and free. We rise as heroes, wild and free. With spells and swords, with hearts aglow. For Elsperia, onward we go. Oh, Ivan era, where Ivan era found. Where dreams ignite and courage is found. With friends beside us, we're standing tall. We'll take on the world, we'll conquer it all. House of the sun, lighting the way, chasing the dark, bringing the day. House of the moon, wisdom concealed, hidden truths that will soon be revealed. House of the clouds, with art and grace, music and poetry fill every space. House of violet, rooted and strong, guarding the land where we all belong. Oh, Ivan era, where Ivan era found, where dreams ignite and courage is found. With friends beside us, we're standing tall. We'll take on the world, we'll conquer it all. House of the lake, come sail, with peace and strength and unbreakable will. House of volcano, fierce and free, with hearts of fire and destiny. So raise your voices, raise them high, for Ivan era will reach the sky. With every battle, every song, our blood grows ever strong. Oh, Ivan era, where Ivan era found, where dreams ignite and courage is found. With friends beside us, we're standing tall. We'll take on the world, we'll conquer it all. From Ubidoc, we've come to stand, heroes together, hand in hand. Ivan era's call, we're forever true. Adventure is proud, through and through. Oh, we'll conquer it all. Oh, we'll conquer it all. House of the sun, lighting the way, chasing the dark, bringing the day. House of the moon, wisdom concealed, hidden truths that will soon be revealed. House of the sun, lighting the way, chasing the dark, bringing the day. House of the moon, wisdom concealed, hidden truths that will soon be revealed. Conquer it all. Ivan era, where Ivan era found, where dreams ignite and courage is found. With friends beside us, we're standing tall. We'll take on the world, we'll conquer it all. House of the clouds, with art and grace, music and poetry fill every space. House of Blossom Island, rooted and strong, guarding the land where we all belong. Oh, it all, conquer it all. We'll conquer it all. On the shores of Timor, where the brave set sail, in Ulubedak we blaze the trail. Through halls of legends, our voices ring. At Ivan era, we dare to dream. 6,000 strong, united and free. We rise as heroes, wild and free. With spells, with swords, with hearts aglow. For Elsperia, onward we go. Oh, Ivan era, where Ivan era bound, where dreams ignite and courage is found. With friends beside us, we're standing tall. We'll take on the world, we'll conquer it all. House of the sun, lighting the way, chasing the dark, bringing the day. House of the moon, wisdom concealed, hidden truths that will soon be revealed. House of the clouds, with art and grace, music.
Welcome to Chaotic Call. My name is Starwin. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Tonight is our season finale for the Open RP Friday, and I am joined by these wonderful people. Hello, wonderful people.
Hello!
We're wonderful. Who knew?
I mean, I could take that back, but I'll let it stand for
I
now.
knew, but I wasn't going to brag about it.
Nobody likes a braggart, right? Make sure you are tuned in tonight, guys. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out on channel points and stuff. You don't want to do that. Because in maybe a couple weeks, Definitely New Year's. As soon as the New Year rolls over, we might start Ivanera early. So that's exciting. So if you guys want to join our new season coming up in the new year, !help in Twitch chat will give you a link to the game, a link to a character mancer video to make a character when it is time. Not right now. Not right now, guys. No. I see you over there trying to roll your stack. Put it down. Put them dice down. Put them down. Anyway, and there's you can join our Discord there too. !help. Did it work, guys? Did somebody use it yet? Because I was too busy pantomizing to the camera. Yeah, there you go. There you go, guys. So the link has been updated, and it's been updated for a week now. I just didn't tell you guys. Or, not a week, but about 3 days. I told my mods to hurry up and get on there, but hey, Possible's first in line. Is somebody trying to talk back there? Mute your mic if you're not talking to me, please. Anyway, last we left our heroes, as it were, we had an epic battle play out, and... I'm sorry, did you want to talk, or do I? How does this work? I forget. Okay, we're gonna start that. Anyway, yeah, we were in an epic battle last week, and we were helping Shishay conquer her fears, her dread, her wandering shade known as Mori, who teamed up with the undead and the ethereal bleed that has surrounded the group known as...
404.
See how I snuck that in there and you weren't ready for it? That's how that's how we do it. That's how we do it. You're never ready for what I got planned.
I was born ready.
I see that. But 404 came to the aid of Shishay to help resolve her issues. Matter of fact, there has been a divine intervention, if you would, created due to the utmost faith that apparently Chase has in his goddess known as Levianthian, and that prayer was to bring Mori back to Shishay in a human form, you know, like so that they can be happy ever after thing, you know. We'll see how that goes, because the goddess told him first thing you got to do is defeat his current form, and you guys did, and everybody's coming in late tonight. I see. Welcome in, everybody. Let me go ahead and get in streamer mode, because those dings are a little distracting. Where's my streamer mode? Yeah, because I don't use Streamlabs anymore. I don't get it automatically turned on. How shameful. At any rate, yeah, we find ourselves close to a nearby cemetery where the red mist was spilling out, starting to envelope you within the bleed. However, before it could overwhelm you and do anything to affect the party, you've beaten back all the undead creatures that were there. You've beaten back the bagman who stole Hero Delaney's belt. And you've also beaten back the wandering shade known as Mori. And Shishay came in with her heroic strikes to put him down once more. And, you know, that emotional tide has finally ended for her once more, as she just kind of like finds herself taking a knee and just staring at the corpse that no longer looks like Mori. It's because apparently revenants take on their form in a different body that is dead nearby, so it winds up being some random dead person of a different type. However, as we are faced with this victory, we're going to go around and let everybody do one more intro for the season. And Lieutenant Dan, tell us what you look like, what you're playing as, and anything you want to do in the moment of your victory.
Alrighty. Lieutenant Dan is your friendly neighborhood 6'10" human alchemist fighter war cleric. He wears a black and red plague doctor outfit, leans on a cane because his left leg was missing from the knee down, and it was replaced with a peg leg because he didn't feel like fixing it. And he's currently just kind of tending to everyone's wounds.
Alright. Next we have Chase.
Hi, my name is Chase, and I used to be a Dragonborn, and then some really mean people burned me at the stake, and then Levianthian put me in this robot body because she's awesome. And it's purple and blue, and it's over 7 feet tall, and I'm a pirate, and when last we left I was flying above the battlefield, and I currently land in a hero pose, but my fist goes straight into the corpse of the bagman's head because he's a jerk and he stole Hero's belt and he needs to be punished for it.
Makes sense. Bodak, who showed up to the party late.
Yeah. Vorak is a 6'9" Minotaur. He's a paladin, Oath of Vengeance, and currently he is running to the party. Like you hear mooing at the far end.
Moostruck's here? What?
Mm-mm.
Moo?
Moo?
Oh, you moo? Oh my god. Alright, Diego.
Diego's a Kobold Fighter Cavalier. Is a 2'8", yellow-eyed, I think. Let me check real quick. Yeah, yellow eyes, curly horns, and then most importantly is that he's blue. This is more important than when he was a human.
You know, you had my respect until you had to go back and mention you were a human. Oh my god. Couldn't accept the fact that you're a kobold now, but you still have to go back and remember, I see.
Yeah, that's for like the deal fanatics in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's just full of himself, ain't he?
I am.
Alright, anything else, Diego?
Nothing much. He used to like tingle with the Undermaker or whatever. But...
Oh, go to hell! I can beat him in my sleep.
Okay.
Next up we got Mud.
Hey everybody, I'm Mud. I'm a Skull wizard, Dragonborn. And I have this little medical condition that causes me. Dang it! That tree's on fire.
And this is why Smokey's been working overtime. Next up, it's the champ, the one, the only, Hero Delaney.
I'm sick. Let's do this.
You got this. See, Bodak, what did I tell you? If you're sick, you pull your ass out and you come out and play, because... No, go ahead.
In spirit.
No, you weren't. I didn't feel it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Right. Standing 6'3", a bulwark of force, a specimen of human perseverance. From the top of his head sprouts a horrible nightmarish crown made of adamantine and purple porous stone. Long black hair and a coarse black beard frame a face rugged and stern. Stripped to the waist beneath a blue and purple shimmering velvet coat. Around his waist, once again returned, his championship belt. Slung from his shoulder is a bandolier full of cannonballs, and currently the majority of the right side of Delaney's body, his clothes, the crown, everything is in some form of just got effed. As for the first time ever, he decided to hold onto a cannonball when he hit something with it.
No, yeah, that's right.
And as he's getting up and dusting himself off, he's saying, "Oh man, I need to remember that one."
That was a smash hit, if you know what I mean. All right. Yeah, you're definitely getting dressed as a mummy. Next up, we have Severe.
Severe Eye, aka Severe, is an alchemist, artificer, war domain, goblin cleric, with a height of around 3.8 foot, black hair, light green skin, and normal red eyes.
You know, I finally put it together. This is why you're called Severe Eye. Because your eyes are severely out of whack.
He has often a severe, serious gaze.
Like, seriously, did you,
Whatever.
like, stab your eyeballs just because you weren't happy with the color of your... Anyway, moving on. Your cornea had discouraged you, so you just... Anyway, hey, Asani snuck in here, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How are you? No, go ahead,
I'm
tell us about
alright.
you. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a 3 foot tall, red scaled kobold, wild magic sorcerer, and yellow eyes. And here in the mooing, I'm currently trying to put together a barbecue, thinking there's a cow around here somewhere to barbecue. And gonna throw some Visine at Severe.
Man, well, it's gonna take more Visine to fix that problem. Hey,
Yep.
Karma! How are you?
I'm good. How is everybody?
We just want to know about you. What do you look like?
All right. Karma is an Air Genasi bard, standing 5'7", 150 pounds, light blue skin adorned with black and white tribal markings, long navy blue hair. Her skills in dance, song, mysticism, and theatrics allow her to captivate audiences and sway minds. She currently got fucked up and is recovering on the ground, probably prone, just doing a lot of like healing breathing and trying not to throw up blood.
Would you like for me to perform CRP? Next up we have Thumper. Good talk, Thumper.
Muted.
Are they even here? Thumper.
I think he is here, but he is not
Thumper.
muted in the channel.
Oh, hold on. Stop.
Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Hello?
Sorry,
my headphone, my microphone decided it wanted to not be a microphone.
Well, I mean, yeah. Mine usually thinks it's a fucking webcam, and I have to have a talk with it.
Yep. That's what kind of happened here.
What do you got?
So I am Thumper. I am playing a hair gun, about 3 feet tall, gray fur, and yeah. I believe he's currently a dire wolf,
yeah.
going over to probably see if he can help Karma out after the fight.
What are you gonna do? Lick her wounds?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna transform back to try to help her.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, that, maybe I'm making it sound worse than it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Cydia.
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm Decita. Decita is a human bard. She has long black hair, black eyes, and also black heart. She wants to be seen as the folk's hero, and but she's from the College of Lore, so she will be glad to hear everyone's stories during this journey so far, so she can actually finish her college. It's her assignment.
I see. Last but not least, we have Hootzifer. Till somebody else joined the freaking chat. Eat your mic.
Hootzifer is a
Thank you.
6 foot tall owlin with vibrantly blue feathers. He has yellow eyes that swirl with iridescent colors. He wears a dark blue coat with obsidian fastenings, and he's a warlock of the Fathomless.
Hello there, Flopsy.
And right now he's arriving to the battlefield a bit late, and he's looking around, seeing that everyone looks a little worse for wear.
As they should be. Flopsy, are you there?
Except for Marcus, who got untouched last time, despite death hanging around him.
Yeah. Where is Marcus
Ironic.
anyway?
I don't know.
You know what? I'll kill him out of spite since he's not here.
There you
Flopsy, are you muted? Are you there? Are you talking? We can't hear you. Are you here? Are you there? The spirit box is not working.
go. Oh, there he goes.
Well,
Looks like the spirit got her.
Well, we'll get back to them in a second. I can go ahead and introduce you to the Fiery Sparrow, otherwise known as Radomir. Hey, I bet you guys didn't think I was actually going to look up its name, but I figured it out. AKA Rat, Bucket, whatever other nicknames you decided to give him, but he has given himself the name Fiery Sparrow. He is a red-headed boy about the age of 10 or 12, somewhere in there. He doesn't know. He's a fucking gremlin from the Jillian Cove, if I recall correctly. He was an urchin from down there until he got kind of like taken into...
Hi.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Shoot your damn fan before I shoot you.
Oh, that's my dad. He's got it.
Okay, well then mute your mic until I finish my intro, then I'll let you introduce yourself. Anyway, Fiery Sparrow has taken up the arms of becoming a rogue and growing his craft as he softly mourns the loss of Larry, but also happy that Shishay was able to overcome her torment or whatever that is. Also, we have Harley, who is a black-haired tiefling who is Lieutenant Dan's sister. And she's here too, known as the Shadowy Crow. Hides in the fiery sparrow's shadow, keeping him safe from harm whenever necessary. All that good stuff, ain't that right? Yeah. And now, Flopsy, you can tell us about your character.
Actually, I can't. Give me a second.
Second. Like, yeah, that's 2 seconds right there, and I don't know if I can give you any more than that.
2.5.
I mean, there's another NPC I can introduce, I guess. And on the field, there's actually two, actually. Let's go to Fizzer first. Fizzer's a red scale kobold, similar to several of his other brethren who are on the field. Not related, but hey, they might be, who knows. But Fizzer's a red scale kobold, carries around a dart sight, but recently changed to the Naginata in order to make a scene, but apparently he wasn't doing too good in this fight. He almost gave Death a brief intro. It's like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, why am I here dying when I said I was going to help somebody? Anyway, I'm fine. And he just happens to survive that fight by the skin of his teeth. Then there is Shishay, the pink-haired Kunoichi from the lands of Ulu Badak, who migrated to the west under the guidance, for those who need to know, of Lord Mian, who actually is the father of Mori. He took Shishay in pretty much like a daughter-in-law that he was soon to have, but never got the chance to take care of. And with that, has brought her with him on the migration to kind of like get away from the sadness, get away from the things that are causing them, emotional damage, and also pick up a business opportunity that was given to them if they decided to migrate to the city of Shandora, which they did. Here she has established a new life, probably 3 or 4 years since the events that happened in Ulu, and finding out that her lost love became a revenant and chased her down into Shandora. With the words going around and having to face this once again, the trauma wells up. And her first encounter was not so hot. You guys managed to come to her aid, bring her back to the airship, pep talks, healing, mental therapy to an extent, girl talk if you would, and resolve. With that resolve, she brought you guys to this battlefield where you took on the undead army that was built around the Shade. And now at her feet, as she lowers her blades down into their sheaths and takes a knee at the corpse that no longer looks like her Mori, we take you into the scene. As we kind of like come into the scene, my friends, you just see Shishay kind of like bent over, and as soon as she realizes the body is no longer Mori, she kind of like staggers back and just kind of like curls up into a ball, her knees coming up to her chin as she just kind of like stares out absently. But hey, what would you guys like to do?
Bandage, mollify everyone who's not at full health.
I'm gonna find a stick and poke Karma with it.
Doing the same
I'm gonna
like,
do my intro.
Nah.
Doing the same like Lieutenant Dan, where he isn't right now.
I'm gonna
find
Healing Spirit.
I'm gonna find a stick and poke the fire that's on the tree next to me.
It's gonna take more than a stick to put that fire out. Your stick catches on fire, Mud.
Lucifer goes over to Shishay and kind of pats her on the back a little and goes, "Hey, are you okay?"
It's done.
What? Yeah.
Is her reply. It's done.
Karma casts out healing word on herself 3 times.
While getting poked with a stick, no less.
While
being
getting poked
bandaged
with a
up.
stick.
And being bandaged up.
Yeah, you're getting turned into a mummy.
Right.
Fiery here, or the fiery sparrow comes over and helps cloak Karma in bandages for Lieutenant Dan, wrapping them around her head. No,
He just thinks it's hilarious.
oh hell yeah, he does.
Asani helpfully uses the stick as a splint.
Oh,
while
there.
they're wrapping it up. Just like puts it against a arm or leg or something while they're wrapping the bandage.
Yeah, you got this stick stuck in your bandages that's going around your face.
Awesome.
your face has
no
been.
one is more helpful than Asani ever.
I know, right?
Yep.
You got it.
Beat them.
Okay.
Flopsy will go over to Shisha and just put a hand on her back.
Go ahead and do your intro now that you got your background under control.
Yeah, sorry. Slab Man was just putting on the air compressor. I'm Flopsy. I'm 2 foot tall herring I'm built like a calico critter and I got a huge axe. Yeah.
At any rate, you walk up behind Shisha and place a shoulder or hand on her shoulder. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Yeah, she just kind of like stays there in a stun-like state. Hey, Chase.
Chase, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. If you got something, I'll go next. But
Chase stands up from his hero landing after
Mm.
punching out the dead corpse of the bagman.
Right.
And he just jumps up in the air and starts cheering. We won, everybody! We won! We beat the Shade, and now Shisha's friend can come back, and everything's gonna be great!
This is odd for you,
What
Chase.
do you mean?
So,
What do you
Chase,
mean?
I will tell you in a second, but let me tell Chase something first. So, Chase, you remember as a 6-year-old Dragonborn, that time Watson brought you to the shore and shared some beach time memories with you and such, and, you know, the smell of the sea, and your eagerness to join out like a pirate, and all those fantasies, like you could smell the brine, right?
Absolutely.
You could smell the brine right now. You're a robot. How is that possible?
Something's happening.
It seems to be coming from the east some ways, like a little ways from you. But now everybody can interject if they want.
I don't know what's going on here. I think I'm smelling something.
Sonny's gonna find another stick and start poking Chase with it.
When do you have olfactory senses?
Yeah.
That's kind of why it's weird. Because I don't...
Can you smell?
Like, I haven't
Can you
smelled
smell
anything
this?
since, like, 100 and some odd years.
What do you smell?
Can you smell this? And Thumper's gonna fart.
You
I
don't.
smell the ocean.
Yeah, you smell the ocean, nothing more.
That's weird.
How do you know
Well-
that you smell if you haven't smelled in 100 years?
Well, I remember the ocean because it's what made me want to be a pirate in the first place. And I've been a pirate for a long time, in case you're wondering.
Well, you know, we kobolds have a saying. If you smell something weird, you should follow your nose.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I've heard that saying before. You hear Fizzer say from
Yeah.
We should go that way then. Actually, which way is east? I don't even know.
Nah, you pick east. We can go right. It doesn't matter. So basically,
to
you
the
you start following your nose. And do you tell anybody else to go with you?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Chase.
Yeah, Sonny's
Chase says,
following
well, in
anyway
that
'cause
case,
he's
we should
curious.
go this way.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
So
follow.
here's the problem. Like, unless anybody's prompting, Shay just kind of like stays prone.
Oh, if Shisha's not following, Chase will definitely tell her.
Yeah.
Come on, Shisha!
Flopsy will
I'm
stay
pretty
with
sure we have
Shisha.
to go this way. I'm pretty sure the ocean smell is a good thing because I can't smell anything. But Leviathan promised she would fix this, and she's the goddess of the ocean. And I'm pretty sure if we go this way, things will be better.
Our fiery sparrow gets in front of her, does his superhero pose. Don't worry, Shisha. I'll make sure you're safe. But come on, let's go check it out. And the shadowy
Flopsy
crow.
will just look up and shake his head at both of the children.
Well, the children are leading you all astray. Shisha slowly gets up and Radomir takes her hand and just kind of like guides her, and Harley follow him in behind, probably with Flopsy and Fizzer as well. And Fizzer's like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine, Shisha. By the way, great job. You cut that demon down to size. You made sure he was mincemeat. You totally killed it. And She just kind of like stares at Visser for a moment, giving him this dead ass glare like you're next. What? I'm just saying you were such a badass. Yes, Visser, I hear you. Anyway, and you all start to follow Chase to where he's. Go ahead.
Can we partially rewind just for a hot second? 'Cause
Depends.
If Chase's fist was inside the bag, man, then Chase would have been right next to Delaney.
No, he
I
did
assume-
this after the fact. You got your belt back. This was like after the fact. Matter of fact, the
Okay,
bag
okay,
man.
Never mind.
He basically punched where the bagman was, but he disintegrated as soon as he was killed by the anti-tank rifle from hell.
Yeah.
I'll work it in somewhere else.
All right, yeah, like I said, I got a story I need to get done, and then we could definitely get to the epilogues, right? So you start wandering off, and then for some reason, there's a lake not too far away, but it smells like the ocean to Chase. Nobody else smells it, but there's a soft glow coming from the water.
Chase walks up to the edge of the water.
Like that before.
You hear like the waves of the ocean start to kick in. And matter of fact, everybody starts to hear what sounds like the waves of the ocean coming up on shore.
I'm gonna start poking it with a stick.
The waves
That's
poke
just
you
my
back.
thing today.
Yeah,
What?
the waves poke you back.
This is
Almost-
definitely the right place, guys.
Yeah, if you get poked in the butt with the stick because you poked it with a stick, definitely has to be the right place, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the water pokes you back. Anyway, and there's a soft white glow at like the bottom of the lake. And it slowly... Oh, go ahead. Eat your mic. Like, if you're talking to me, I need to hear you.
Sorry, I was saying, sounds like it's a job for someone who can swim.
Well,
Can
good
swim.
Good news. It's starting to
don't
flow
know.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to swim in that. I just poked it and it poked me back.
Yeah, as soon as you
my.
dive in, the lake pokes you too, Karma. At any rate, there is a white glow that is kind of like enveloped into like an orb of some sort, and it's slowly rising up, almost like a pearl within a oyster, you know, just kind of like surfacing towards the top. I'm just telling you the story slowly. You guys can interject.
I mean, Chase is thinking about going out to beat it in the lake.
Okay.
What is it, Chase?
Yeah, is he the only one who can get close? Because I got poked.
No, I mean, do you want to go in? Like, it's slowly coming up to the surface.
If it's coming to the surface, I'll wait.
Yeah, you wait. The light kind of like comes up to the surface, and then we see like almost like a cocoon falling apart, right? A radiant like cocoon. It just kind of like starts breaking apart, and we see what looks like a naked ass man just fall into the water and just unconscious.
Oh dear.
Yep. And
Let's go grab him.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Someone has some spare clothing.
I have a rug.
before that though, I feel like I need to stop you guys for a second. So
No, to be wise. Yep.
Bishay looks at the body that just went falling back into the water, right? Sinking to the bottom. And without a second thought, she jumps in and swims after it. And the lake seems to welcome her in. Hey, Shishay, where you go? Oh, well, there. I mean, if that's your type, I guess. Okay.
I'm gonna try to help her because I can breathe underwater.
Chase will also just start walking out to assist her as well.
Yeah, Jace, you just sink to the bottom instantly, but
Yeah.
not a problem.
Just walking out, can push from above,
Mm-hmm. Shishay wraps her arms around the chest of the figure and starts to, swim back. And Karma, you like grasp on and kind of like help her to the shore. And Shishay pulls off some cloaks from a bag nearby or something, just to kind of like give him some cover. And she pulls her hands around his cheeks and just kind of like in an overwhelmed motion. Visitor stares at her like, Shishay, are you okay? Like, I've never seen you like this before. This is weird. It's like you have these things called, what's the word again? Hey, it's Sonny, you know what the word is, right? Yeah, emotions. That's the word.
Yeah, emotions, feelings.
Yeah. Feelings. Yeah, I killed those a long time ago. But hey, that must be what it is. Shishay, do you have feelings again? Shut up, Fizzer. She just stares at the figure before her.
Damn, for that you have no feelings, Vizor, you have a pretty healthy sarcasm.
I mean, sarcasm comes naturally.
Sarcasm can't be without feeling, I've heard.
I mean...
What should I say? You have a healthy sense of humor.
And you have an unhealthy sense of eyes.
Maybe. But I got used to them.
The gentleman kind of like wakes up for a minute, and if you look into the Discord, I posted a picture of what he would look like for Shishay. And he just kind of like stares up at her and says, "I'm back, Shishay. Looks like you freed me from the darkness." And she just collapses into him. Be dope. No, is this real? Seriously, are you really here? She starts pinching him. It's I'm here. You ever do that again? Yeah, and you just see her just cling to him, and he wraps an arm around her. I won't.
Karma carries multiple changes of clothing on her at all times because she's a bard.
Yeah, sure.
So she throws a set of clothes to him.
He gets dressed. Did you know that after that new birth look, you got to get out of that quick, right?
Yeah.
And Shishay pulls away for a moment to let him get dressed, and he kind of, seems to be resting because it is a bitch to get up from being reborn, right? And
No.
I wouldn't know either. I'm just guessing.
If I remember correctly, dying hurts.
Yeah, I did hear that once. Dying twice definitely hurts, right? Ain't that right, Maury? Yeah. Anyway, about that. Shishay finally takes her eyes off him for a moment to kind of like turn and address the majority of you that are paying attention. And she goes, I honestly don't know what to say to you all. We should take him back to the manor. Your dad is going to be so happy to see you again, Maury. Wait, my dad's here? Yes, he brought us all over here. That's why we're in Shandora. So, this is... even I'm... he's kind of like going on. Even I'm a little overwhelmed by the fact that this is all happening. Like... thought I was going to be living a nightmare for the rest of my days. And it's all thanks to you? To them. Thank you.
Well, really, it's all thanks to Leviathan. She's pretty much the greatest, and she told us that if we destroyed that mean shade, that you would come back for real. So we did. And he kind of throws his hands up in the air like a shrug, like, well, obviously that's what we did.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, seems we have a goddess to thank, huh? Shishay just kind of like falls silent and just kind of like caresses him. And slowly helps him up as well as he... well, I mean, I guess he had to get up to get dressed, right? So yeah, she kind of like puts herself underneath his arms, which is very easy to do since she's kind of short. But he starts to get led away from the lake back into the city, and you guys are welcome to join him, of course. And of course, Fizzer's like, "Oh man, I thought we killed you. Boy, that's a good thing you got brought back to life by a goddess, huh? Man, these gods really have a thing for people, don't they?"
Yep.
Yes.
They certainly seem to.
do.
Only the awesome ones like Leviathan.
Oh yeah, totally.
No, that's actually pretty much the whole list.
No.
And Shella.
No, it's
Well, I mean, the Farians ain't bad either. He's up there.
and the winner. Of course.
Fire Force tried to help that one guy who just
Man,
couldn't
damn
do it.
you. Hey, yeah, Ironforge, and you see the Fiery Israel duo here, superhero pose. Oh, yeah, that guy. All right. Well, anyway, and yeah, you guys are led into the city. You go into the Noble District unless you decide to deviate from here for any reason whatsoever.
No.
Guys, the forest is still on fire. Just anybody care? Okay, I guess we're going
It'll be
back.
fine.
I'll take care of the. I'm gonna look at that. That is like, oh yes, the forest is still on fire.
Isn't that a shame?
I can deal with that.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, Levy.
Creator destroy water and just make it rain.
Sure.
I got several spells for that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We got to double create water.
Mm.
The raining hard.
Hey guys, thanks for taking care of the problem. Thanks.
There you go.
Oh wow.
I dealt with the problem.
Good for you.
That's a little That's a
He
little
fixed the
overkill, but
fire
okay.
by removing the forest.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a negative hit point. Here, let's give him some hit points. There.
Yeah, I've got several spells for that. They're all called Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, you can put
If
a
you
fire
start
out with fire.
fireballing, I will just drown you with water. I got like several spells.
So our couple takes you back to the city after you get done playing with the rain and the fire. And Fizzer follows in behind Shishay because he came to help her, not the other way around. And you all make your way back to the city of Shandora. The estate that Shishay brings you to is like a Japanese estate, right? Like there's a big gate around the building, and you guys are led into a house that has like rice paper for walls and bamboo sticks that are kind of like holding up certain areas. But you know, the interior is nice, warm, tatami mats and all that good stuff. And you enter into this place, kind of like, kind of similar to how Ninny's place is, right? They seem to have that same respect and that kind of decoration. And you find yourselves... Oh, I mean, you find yourself... I wonder if I actually have that place. I think I might have had it at one point. Not in this map, is it? No, it's somewhere else. Alright, Theater of the Mind. I don't want to look for it. And she brings you... No, you're Theater of the Mind, whether you like it or not. At any rate, you guys are brought into this estate, and it is late at night, and there is footsteps coming towards the front way as a man dressed in nightly pajama, like just kind of like stares at the doorway. It's like, what's all this racket I hear there? And he pauses and he looks towards, well, your group looks towards Shishay, and Mori just says, "I'm home." He starts to walk over to him, and it looks like he's about to yank his head off, but instead he just kind of like pulls him into a muscle hug. And he says, "About damn time you made it back, boy." And they lived happily ever after.
The end.
Children.
Anyway, what else can I tell you about this scene? Like, is there anything else you guys want to do in this moment? Or do you want to ruin it like you ruin everything else?
It's so perfect. Just leave it.
Yeah, we
Just
should
leave.
definitely leave.
We should definitely leave this alone.
Walls and bamboo.
so
I'm like,
perfect.
Chase
Oh
is
yeah,
so
mud's not even
awesome.
allowed.
No.
Mud's not even allowed in.
Time to go. Everybody back the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's such a perfect moment. It's time to blow up the house.
No, get out.
All
Just-
right. Nothing to see here. Let's keep them cold. Let's go back.
Yeah. So
I mean, we could.
Chase
Give us
just
a new
ends
map. Get us out of here before something bad happens.
We could poke Shishay with a stick again.
I'm licking the walls.
No. No.
Like,
all right, Shishay, I walked you home. I'm leaving
Keep
now.
going. Go back.
Chase just ends with a Shishay, keep being awesome, and he fist bumps her as they leave.
She gives you a smile and just fist bumps you back. Thanks again.
Yay.
Thank
And-
Levy and Thean. She's the greatest. Tell everybody.
I'll do my
Look
best.
at you. The look. Right behind
Carmen's gonna walk up to her and give her a hug and say, "If you ever need to girl talk again, you know where to find me."
Indeed. Indeed. And you can hear the emotion in her voice just rising. Still a little soft because, she's still processing.
Mhm.
And yeah, Mori gets welcomed back home and fights off the dark side as he becomes a Jedi. I mean, what? Wrong series. Anyway. But Mori returns home with his Shishe. And if you guys want to, you can look in our Discord where our character concept's in, and we see a happy Shishe on the beach in one picture, and in another picture we see what their kids might look like. Down the line,
Oh, perfect.
the kids, I kind of imagine one of them they're gonna name Levy, and the other one will be Nathan. Almost kind of like a moniker of Levianthian. Yeah.
Chills just went down my spine.
You're welcome. I'm here to tell you a good story now because you guys broke my unhappy ending. How dare. This was
You're
like my
I told you I'm good at ruining things.
you are. Like my most tragic
Chase
character
broke
finally gets a happy
Chase
ending. No,
broke-
she deserved it. She deserves it. I ain't gonna lie, she does
Damn
deserve
straight.
Achoo! Achoo!
it. And everything
No, we
catches on
already
fire.
left. No, we already left.
We already left. Yeah.
And with that, the happy ending turns into a massacre as the entire city
No,
of
we
Shandur
already left.
Well, you didn't leave town fast enough. The entire city... No, I'm just kidding.
Frosty licks the walls.
History. No, I'm joking.
The entire city gets flooded by people trying to put out the fire.
Yep.
Yup.
Oh, man.
So here's
Shella-
what's
Shella
gonna
has a big mess to clean up.
Are you kidding? I'm on break. And so are you. So at this point, you guys are given an opportunity to kind of tie up loose ends. You feel any memories you may not have return to you. You defeated the bleed in a way. This episode kind of helped you retain all memories, so there's no need for history checks. There's no need for anything. You finally remember everything without fail. So whatever your story is, your story is you. Yep. What's up?
Would that cure my lobotomization, so to speak?
No, I fixed your
Oh,
memory,
okay.
not your perma condition because you got reincarnated. That's a different problem. I can help you out though if you want. I could just kill you off,
That works.
and then you
I
can
know,
get
it's all
reincarnated
good,
again.
it's all
Like
good.
seriously, it's
Not
an
really
easy
from
fix.
the reincarnation, so to speak, from the deck of many.
Oh wait, well I mean,
But it's still like the same.
what did you forget something with the deck?
No, it's more like my brain got smaller.
No, that's permanent.
That's a
I mean,
big
your brain
reference.
got smaller for turning into a kobold, but you're still not going to use all of it anyway.
It's
Exactly.
It's called brain damage.
Let me see if I can share these pictures with chat real quick on Twitch. Let me share my Discord screen. Be faster, I think. And then as we get to the end here, we're gonna kind of let you guys, we're gonna take some time. Don't get me wrong. We can do some things, but you guys can kind of talk out what the rest of your backstory is when we get to it. But let me see if I can. I mean, what would be easier? Probably easier if I just. I had to download these. All right, hold on. I figured it out. I figured it out, guys. Give me a minute. Let me add some sources here. Let's do a. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Buzzy B Plays.
Buzzy B Plays just followed.
Thank you. Let me see if I can get this on screen. Which one was it? Alright, so here's our happy Shishe. Let me go ahead and flip that to that. So we kind of asked, what would Shishe look like when she's happy? And Here's her answer. We got her little beach episode in the background. She's enjoying a pina colada and having a grand day in life. And then we were like, well, what would they look like if they had children? And here you go. This is what they would look like if they had children. And they're such an adorable children. So we have Levy and Nathan. So if that ever comes into play, there you go. Those are our youngins that we have there. Anyway, let me go ahead and yeah, use your love, guys. Use your love. And yeah, that's that. All right, my friends. So I don't know, what is the agenda for 404? To return to the airship, go out for drinks, go celebrate? Like, as a group, what is your last hoorah together, so to speak, before like you all kind of like figure out if you want to stay on the same path or go somewhere else?
Pizza party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza
Yeah,
party.
of
Pizza
course, yeah.
party.
That's
Pizza.
true.
Pizza.
So if I recall
Alright, guys.
correctly, you guys are definitely going into the pizza and beer industry, huh?
Oh, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do Last Supper.
Why
kind of
not?
thing.
Last
dinner,
supper.
or
There's, I mean,
last dinner.
Well, I mean, for the game,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
your
that's what I
character
mean.
lives on. You know, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
For the
right?
game.
Or do they? Dun dun dun.
I mean, if there's ever a one shot where I actually do want to kill him again, I mean, we can. Who knows? Maybe it'd be a one shot where we introduce Levy and Nathan. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be
All right. Yep. So yeah, the group 404. So I don't know. Does anybody have it kind of like prepared what they want to play out before we, like, what's the rest of your story basically? Like, what is it that you memorized that you or remembered? And then, all right, all right. So I mean, tell you what. Why don't you all just roll initiative? Like, we love rolling initiative, right? Let's do that. So if you are ready, roll initiative.
Oh, this is gonna be this character's last initiative.
And this is just to tell the remainder of our story.
Yep. Or the remainder of your memories. And I'll kind of like walk with you, basically. Everybody that's prepared to tell their ending, are you on the initiative?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Karma. Nobody can roll higher than 15. What up?
What up?
Looks like you are.
I don't see Hero anywhere.
Hero, did you want to get on the board, or did...
There's a highly statistically high chance that I will roll highest, and I don't want to go first.
Okay, well, I mean...
Oh, okay.
You know what? Just roll it anyway, and then we'll put you at the bottom. Hey, look at there. You didn't.
Roll the one.
There you go.
The one time he rolls low. How about that? That's 2 natural ones, by the
That one.
way. All right. So with that being said, all right. So let's kind of like paint how we're doing this, right? So basically, in this moment, I want you to kind of like tell me the memories that you remembered. Like, you can tell us a bit about the backstory that you never got to showcase in the game. And then you can kind of like tell us where your character would be heading in the future. Of course, you will be part of 404 unless you choose to go a different path on your own, which is an option for you. Like, if you need to go and rediscover something that you just remembered because you remembered it today, then by all means, that could be your story. But if that makes sense to everybody, we'll let Karma go first. Throw her under the bus so she can lead by example. Hey, Karma.
You're not gonna like this example. It's nice and long.
I mean, that's why we got 3 more hours. Go for it.
All right.
Don't
So
take all 3, though.
All of Karma's memories come rushing back to her. Karma was left on the steps of St. Aurelia's orphanage for the lost and abandoned as a baby. No memory of her origins, and only the wind to cradle her cries. The nuns gave her the name Karma as a grim reminder that the abandoned children under their care were the product of other people's sins. The orphanage, known for its piety and charity, was a beacon for nobility, seeking to alleviate their guilt through their donations. However, beneath the surface, it harbored a dark secret. Children were being sold into servitude, disguised as adoptions by the wealthy. At 10, Karma's life changed forever when she was adopted by a noble family. What awaited her beyond the gilded doors was not kindness, but slavery. The illusion of salvation shattered. She spent years enduring grueling labor and cruelty, yet her spirit never broke. Instead, she sharpened her wit, observed her captors, and learned to navigate the delicate web of manipulation and survival. In her early teens, Karma seized an opportunity for freedom during a noble gala, sneaking away with a group of performers from Du Cirque Nocturne, a traveling circus renowned for eccentricity and mysticism. Welcomed into their fold, Karma found a new family among the misfits. Years later, with
Hold on. Stop. I gotta intercede. So, this kind of like makes sense why all the stuff in Calvona was eating away at Karma.
Yeah, it was really bad. And I could not pass a history check to save my life.
But now it
I've
all
had this
makes sense.
for ages.
All right, continue. Like I said, I'm going to interject and kind of like put in my
Go
own
ahead.
2 cents. All right, go for it.
Wait, can I ask how old Karma is?
You never ask a woman their age. Don't you know better?
Asking a player how old a character is.
Yeah, it sounds the same to me, bro.
She
Go
is
ahead.
32.
Okay.
She's between 29 and 32. She never really tells people her real age.
Not as important as it could have been.
Yeah.
I'll let you decide how good or bad that is.
Okay.
Continue.
So, under the guidance of the circus master and its colorful cast, she honed her talents, such as her Air Genasi heritage. She learned to wield her voice to soothe and command. She mastered the art of reading people, using charm and intimidation to get what she wanted. And her nights around the campfire as the troupe's only chef taught her culinary skills and gave her an outlet for her creativity. The circus gave her more than skills. It gave her freedom, confidence, and a sense of self. But the memories of the orphanage and the children left behind never faded. So years later, with a new look and a name shrouded in mystery, Karma returned to St. Aurelia's orphanage, posing as a chef, seeking work. She infiltrated the very place that had sold her into a life of pain. The nuns never recognized the confident, tattooed young woman as the girl they had betrayed years before. Karma began to unravel that slavery ring that had grown deeper and darker over the years, using her skills to expose the noble families and the complicit nuns one by one. Disguising her actions as mere chance, she ensured the children found safe havens far from the orphanage, silently dismantling the work from within. For years, she waged a secret war against the orphanage's corruption. Her ability to blend into the shadows of the kitchen allowed her to listen and act without suspicion. One by one, guilty nuns disappeared or met accidents. Karma was never orchestrated with precision. Is guilty for these acts. Each child she saved was a victory, but her double life was not without cost. She carried the burden of her actions, never revealing her true identity or motives. On a cold winter's night, Karma's mission came to an abrupt and tragic end. A fire broke out in the cathedral, quickly consuming the wooden beams and climbing to the sleeping quarters. By the time Karma smelled the smoke, it was too late. She fought to save as many as she could, but the smoke and flames overwhelmed her. She succumbed alongside the very children she sought to protect. Her body was found clutching 2 small ones in her arms. But in death, her story became a legend. Though the truth of her secret war remained a mystery, the orphanage's dark secrets were reduced to ashes, leaving only whispers of its past and the haunted memory of a woman who gave her life to right its wrongs.
It would have been at that point the ethereal bleed took her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your book closed now, or are we done?
Yes.
Okay.
She's going to continue running Karma's Fortune. She's going to continue being in love with being the chef. And if possible, she's going to take on any children, orphans, anyone who needs work or a place to stay. She's going to start bringing them onto the ship and giving them jobs and a home and a place to stay. And they'll never have to worry again. So 404, your ship is now a mobile moving orphanage as well. So
Oh, no.
have fun with that.
That's awesome. This is
Man.
gonna fit well.
It will, because you know how I see the goddess Levianthian trying to gain some more momentum about, because she's all about you got to pay for what you get, right? Because that's why you guys are nobly like throwing the cask over water in order to get safe passage. I think, and this is just because I'm hearing karma, right? Chase would get like a divine message from his goddess one day, and because there are children that need to be saved, and not necessarily slaves yet per se.
Can I just say, hang on just a minute until I go before you say this, because it's gonna tie in.
Okay, yeah, because it's in that very place that you know so well.
Yeah, it's gonna tie in.
All right, so
just
all right, I'll hold
until
on to
we,
that for a second. All right. Well, in that case, let's get the other second longest script. Hero Delaney.
Oh, don't worry, this one ain't long.
Okay.
All right, for the sake of record, Delaney's only 35.
Okay.
He was aged to 46 by the Death Vulture. All right. Here, so for everyone wondering at home, Hero Delaney was not Ragnar's father. He was Ragnar's stepfather.
How dare you? No.
he met Malgoth.
Father who stepped down.
No shit, Sherlock. Shut up.
Hey, stop talking to his story.
Yeah, hey guys, please, thank you. I appreciate it. I got the talkie stick, and
Yeah.
I'm sick. And talking actually hurts. Alright, so he met Malgoth after one of her crusades, because she was actually a freedom fighter. And she came to one of his shows, and they fell in love, and he fell in love with Goth, the actual name of Ragnar Savage. And when Malgoth was killed on one of her crusades, Delaney took the fight with the druid, because the purse would have been enough for him to retire and be the father and stability that Goth needed in his life. But when the druid in bear form with Call Lightning had killed him in the ring, and Delaney won by disqualification, his last memory was being rushed out the back of the Colosseum, taken to the woods, and buried in a shallow grave to cover up the fact.
And that would be when the bleed took you, huh?
And that would be when the bleed took him. Everything else, well, that's RP for later.
All right. Well then, so where does Hero Delaney go from here?
Well, that's RP for later.
Well, okay. Then we'll move on.
Where does Delaney go from here? He goes for a fucking nap because he's not feeling great right now.
Well, neither is this player, huh? All right, Delaney, thank you. We'll move on from there though. So yeah, Diego.
In a distant orphanage, there lived like a small group of children, and they're catered by like an orphanage taker.
Are we gonna have a talk here, huh? You're gonna be the orphanage. Wait, the orphanage taker? What?
The caretaker.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going
Yeah,
somewhere
thank
else.
you.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say the orphanage taker. Like, are you changing your
Like a
ring
glo-
name? No, he's changing his
All
ring
the-
name. Did you not hear him? I heard him. He's changing his ring name. All right, go ahead.
Everything was peaceful and quiet until a group of crusaders came by, talking about child chaos.
So you heard about Asani too? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, what you
I
got?
mean, it could be.
This is his story. Continue.
Yeah, it was Sonic. Yeah, pretty Sonic. Yeah, everything went on the flames as the orphanage burned. Diego, a young human boy by this time, ran as fast as he could. Yeah, but it seems like the Crusaders were coming out to get him. All things seems lost. Suddenly, fell into bleed, or seems like teleported into this world.
Yep, the bleed comes where death is great. So that
Right.
and then that's where you fell into the bleed, forgot who you were, then got spat out one day, and we played out your game so far. And where does Diego see himself now as he's been transformed into this blue kobold?
Probably staying with the remaining 4 group, just chilling
Okay.
Just feel
Cool.
like
Cool.
a fragment of what he once was as a human.
Just going with the waves, basically.
Exactly.
All right. Is that the end?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Mahud, did you ever get that sinus treatment we told you to get? No, go ahead. Tell us what your story is real quick.
No, unfortunately, the cinder sniffles are something due to childhood trauma.
Well, tell
Mud
us
was
about
born in the Northern Isles, and as a small child, he discovered that he was obsessed with fire, and he had a gift to control fire and to manipulate it. You know, he learned at a young age to, cast fireballs and whatnot. And he was enrolled in with a wizard that taught him, the craft. But he was eternally obsessed with fire. He went home to tell his parents about, his newfound gifts. And in process of showing them and trying to manipulate the fire and to show off for his parents, the house caught on fire, where both of his parents died, and he was scarred. And the scarring caused what should have been a breath weapon as a Dragonborn to become his cinder sniffles. He can't control his breath weapon, and as such, it tormented him for the rest of his life. As a now orphan, Mud went ahead and tried to find a place that would be home for him. He was like 15 or 16 at this time. He decided to not take the orphanage path and instead join the military. He was assigned to a fort where Lieutenant Dan was, and he was going about his different duties and different things that he was assigned as a member of the military. And unfortunately, there was an accident where he went ahead and sneezed. The fort caught on fire, and many people died. Lieutenant Dan got hurt, and Mud was basically chased out of the area by angry family members and angry soldiers for all the destruction he had caused. Mud then went ahead and roamed the land for a period of 10 years trying to figure out where he belonged. And he kept on having accidents. He went ahead and at one point it burned down an entire forest, which then burned down a village, which had more people angry with him. And so he never found a place, never found an opportunity to become, part of a group. And eventually, he became somewhat of a hermit. And he lived in the mountains in a cave, and he was alone and sad and miserable. And then the earthquake happened, where the cave he was living in collapsed, crushing him to death.
You guys know you don't all have to die to go to the bleed, right?
Yes.
I mean,
It's more tragic that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, hell.
Better story.
I see what's going on here. You guys are trying to make me cry. It ain't working. All right, and so that's when the bleed took you, right?
That's when the bleed took me. On the upside, though, since coming out of the bleed and joining the 404, Mud has found acceptance and found that he can be part of a group and that people can care for him once again.
All right. And anything else you want to add? Like, where do you see Mud going further in the future?
Mud's gonna stick with the ship and and help with the group ongoing. He's going to stick around.
All right. Chase.
So as Karma finishes telling her story, Chase remembers the rest of his.
As one
So
does.
for anybody that missed it, Chase was born an accident to Dragonborn parents. Was entirely unwanted and ended up being adopted by his much older brother, who was an artificer. He was born with magic, who would have grown up to be a sorcerer, but in the Citadel Kingdoms, that kind of thing is frowned upon. His parents ended up catching him accidentally using magic and turned him in to the authority of the Citadel Kingdoms, and he was burned to death at the stake for being a heretic. After that point, he was reborn by Levianthian into one of his older brother's Steel Defender bodies, which is the robot body that you see before you today. He very, very much struggled to the point where his older brother tried to come up with a program of a pirate to help him, live out his fantasy of being a pirate and to better, make him be able to better handle having been burned at the stake and brought back to life. Unfortunately, that program of Flamebeard overtook the body and became the pirate Flamebeard. It then spent the next 10 years getting a pirate ship, collecting a crew, and getting a fierce reputation around the Citadel Kingdom of the pirate Flamebeard, and just caused havoc everywhere. Throughout all that, Chase inside of him continued to try to fight against this pirate, to the point where eventually the pirate went back to the older brother and killed him because he felt that was what was causing Chase to fight him. That act caused Chase to be able to take back over, which he then blamed all of this on his parents, who turned him in initially. He went and killed his parents, and then having not wanting to continue to be a horrible, terrible pirate, let all of his crew go, got a new crew, and spent the next 10 years sailing around the Citadel Kingdom using the fierce reputation of Flamebeard pirate to save orphans and children that have the talent of magic in the Citadel Kingdom and bring them elsewhere, and use the cover of the fierce pirate to do it. After that 10 years of doing that, they finally started to catch on, and he was in a naval battle with Citadel Kingdom heretics, and ended up with all of the ships sinking, and that was when the Red Mist took over and Chase joined the Bleed. And then 80 years later, he came about into this world now. So Chase is 127 years old, for those counting at home.
Now, one of the things that I've kind of poked at is that Levianthian would have a divine intervention because she wants payment, right? Like, she did a good deed for you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know where your heart is, and you already know what you want to do. But she will tell Chase to seek out an acquaintance of hers. His name is known as Captain Barlow. He's said to be retiring, and the Firefox needs a new captain. But I don't know if Chase would pursue that or stay with the skyship.
Well, Chase, after coming out of his memory, would think to Karma. Karma, I've got a plan. I know where we're going and how to fix things.
Perfect.
And he would want to use Karma's fortune and his crew to help save as many children as they can from the Citadel Kingdoms. And maybe with Captain Barlow retiring, it might be time to start a fleet.
Might be, yeah.
I mean, we have that other actual ship too. Which is
we have the Fox
somewhere.
Yeah, what was the name of it again? K's What was Kay's ship's name? I know it had a name.
Golden something.
Oh, well, if she was here, she would help us remember. And basically, I would kind of like see like Kay's probably selling the seeds, doing trades or whatnot. Since she's not with us fully all the time. At any rate, Chase, I guess there's more to your story, since it's definitely a hook that if we were continuing the campaign, might be the next step for 404 to follow, especially with the way Karma wants to do things as well. So it makes sense that that would be a hook we could have gotten into, but we won't have time to do that. However, is there
I like
anything?
it better this way, where we just leave it. This is where we're going, and
This
you
is what
know,
we're
we
gonna
sail
do.
off into the sunset.
Yeah.
To ruin some heretics' day.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely the one shot
Save
we'll see in the
some
future.
Sweet babies.
Yep. All right, Chase. If that's everything, I'll go over to Vodak next. Is that good?
That is everything.
Hey, Vodak. Your memories swarm back in, and you know your full backstory. You want to tell us about it?
Yes. Everybody can hear me? We're good? Loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Very
got you.
good. All right. So as you all know, Vodak was born in the Southern Islands, where his mother, with his mother, Marcella Longhorns, a Minotaur, and he was her tribe was raided by another tribe or some type of raiders, and in the midst of battle, she had befriended a friend of hers named Nyderia, a human clerk, and at some point during the battle she took him on to sail away to somewhere safe. And correct me if I'm wrong, if I forgot, where was Furlan Outpost? Timor?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Central
Awesome.
Timor, yeah.
Central, yep.
Dragons, or between Dragon Spine and Timor Kingdom's castle.
Okay, awesome. So, over there, as his last memory of her was the raided village, knowing that she could be dead or alive, but as of right now, he's with Nyderia, and as we go a few years later in Timor, he grew up becoming a soldier and a paladin, being very loved by his adopted mother, as him too, as having a very little memory of his mother, of his biological mother. He goes to one of the temples that she's at with two other companions from Furlan Outpost, and it's one of those. It's a day where food or it's kind of like I say, it's kind of like the goods. What is the equivalent of when you have a big meal or something that everybody's welcome to a gathering almost?
Feast?
Feast?
Is a feast, yeah, feast. A big
Feast,
feast
festival.
for the clergy, yeah. A
Okay.
festival kind of thing for the clergy and whatnot, and even paladins are welcome. But moreover, she kind of called him, and she could pick two other paladins, and as they come, but they have their moment in the feast, whereas the food is being prepared. Everybody outside, doing what they need to do, any last preparations or anything like that. She goes to him, and she basically, they're together, and they see like a big mural of Illumina, and he kind of looks up, and she goes to him, I'll leave you two alone for a little bit, but the food, as he's looking up at the food, as he's looking up Illumina and smells the strong food, he becomes distracted for a minute, as also Nyderia goes out the door, and he starts eating, as Vodak is an eater. He's a hungry eater, and as the moment passes, he hears noises outside, and he gathers his thoughts and everything. He gathers himself, and he runs out of steps outside, and there is an attack on the temple of undead. He quickly looks around, not caring what these undead are, but trying to find his adopted mother, Nyderia, and finds her half almost half dead, like conscious on the floor, awake. She's moving a little bit, and it goes down. Goes down to try to heal her, but it couldn't. And she basically touches him in the heart with one hand. And basically kind of dies in his arms. He gets angry, grabs his great axe. He looks up, but as he looks up at the undead, whoever was controlling these undead or leading them, he kind of like disappears into the bleed.
That is definitely one way the bleed can get you, especially around undead. All right. Anything else, Vodak? Now that we know how you fell into the bleed, where's Vodak's path after this?
As of right now, basically, he will continue to do his duties, but he's also with the 404 most of the time, and he will just be with them, be a kind of their quote unquote protector, their sentinel. And also he will visit Osiris's site, what you call it, burial site.
And allow Lieutenant Dan to get attacked by the new Bagman. Got it.
Yeah, that's Vodex.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. Desita.
Desita starts to remember her past. She was born in a noble family and a name well known to the masses. She's the youngest of 3 siblings. Her brother was destined for politics, and her sister set to marriage into another rich and noble family. So Desita was the youngest. She was the family's jewel, a beautiful souvenir. And she played her role well, until she decided that she wants to study for a bard. Her parents were very disappointed, but she dreamt of singing in taverns and be the soul of the party, using her favorite thing, which is her position of privilege. She managed to get into the College of Lore. Wait, I didn't post it. I do it every time.
I mean, we don't need that. Just tell us the story. We're out of combat. We're out of stats. You don't have to post none of that. You just tell us what it is. I'll interject whenever I feel like the information from my world pertains to it. But yeah.
Okay. Then everything was perfect for her until one day, while Desita was studying for college matters, a jealous classmate of hers poisoned her drink and she died.
See, everybody just fucking died. Look, the bleed will take you alive. Like, that's the... Yeah, well, he died. So that's how you fell into the bleed.
Yes.
At any rate, as we now know later on in the story, we've reached this point together. Where does Desita see herself going as far as 404 or beyond?
Desita knows that history is written by the winners, so she wants to write books and songs about the survivors of this journey and cherish the memories.
Oh, that's very honorable. So you staying with 404 to get everybody's story then?
And I'm done with my story.
All right. So once I get through everybody that's on the current turn order, I'll let everybody else that hasn't taken a turn roll into it, but I will delete it and you guys can re-roll. So if you guys are getting your storylines figured out, fair enough. Next up, we have Flopsy. As much as I hate to admit it, this is your time to monologue for me.
Because that's Tori, it's Flopsy.
Don't care. Are you there? Are you muted? Are you with us? Is the spirit box working? Are you a spirit? Are you a ghost? How did you die? Okay, Flopsy, are you there?
Her mic is muted.
They're muted.
Oh well, I guess we don't hear the grand story of Flopsy Bramblefoot. Oh, how tragic.
Hey,
Hey, what?
You talk. Let me talk.
Well,
Let
I
me talk.
would. You had like 5 minutes to start talking and you didn't.
My computer crapped out. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
even open tabs.
It's alright. Go ahead.
Okay, so Flopsy gets 2 memories back. That
All your memories.
no.
No, I'm
There's-
giving them all. I don't
You
care.
had-
I don't want them anymore.
Oh, okay, thanks. I'll take those.
Well, you have to because I don't want them. It's the end of the season. Take all your memories. I don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
Now tell us what you got.
I apologize because mine is. Okay, so first, as he's walking with Thumper, Flopsy remembers something from when he's smaller, and all the other rabbits from are around him. Why is he so small? Do you think he's actually he? Listen to his voice. And a larger, older rabbit it's like, come on, brother, I've got something to show you. You know, and they go outside of the warren bush. You know how you're gonna survive this, brother? How? We're not even related. From the same warren. I see you, I know you. You're gonna grow through this. You're gonna go stronger than them, kid. You're gonna be the strongest one here, Flopsy. You're gonna fight them all off, and they're gonna be in your dust, brother. And the older one takes Flopsy's hand in his, and many years later, or a few years later, Flopsy's on a table, and I said, I'm gonna be the military of this warren! Military? That too! We don't need one of those. We don't actually have any violence here, Flopsy. Yeah, we solve all our arguments in the discussion chamber.
The only violence here is
I
you,
mean-
kiddo.
I will fight for you all! I got this axe! And he holds up his great axe. Where did you get that thing? For the one!
Oh dear, Flopsy's finally fallen off the deep end.
Can someone please get that thing away from him? I think he's gonna hurt.
No, yeah, he's
hurt
gonna poke
us,
it.
hurt
He's gonna poke their eye out with that kid.
Flopsy should have been
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
You saw where I was going. It's Christmas, guys. We gotta sneak them in.
I'll show you all! I will protect you! And Flopsy took his leave and ran onto a nearby battlefield, and he ran straight into the bleed.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. The
Yeah,
bleed appears
and
where...
following...
That's great. Go ahead.
Yeah, he didn't even fight anyone, he just ran right into it.
And then forgot why he was there.
And... yeah, and from the battle on, Flopsy now calls 404 his warren, and he exists as a personal guard to the orphanage children and the ship. And from that night on, he moves his bed, nest, burrow, blankets into the hall between the dorms, and he sleeps there. And every night he waits until each member of the ship has gone to sleep, and only then does he sleep.
I don't know if anybody else is curious, but do we want to check in on Tourmaline?
Yes. Do you want Tourmaline's full backstory as well as what she's
I want
doing?
I want the TLDR at the end because I don't have all day. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I guess
So-
her and Ambrose are basically spending time in
she's
Pearl
living with her brother now.
Yeah.
She is teaching children and women about the arts, and she's also a busker, and yeah, she does free art programs.
All right, there we go.
Do you want her TLDR backstory?
No. That's it. That's all I want to know. That's all I really want to know. It's just Tourmaline had some substance that I had to invest in, so I kind of want to put closure on Ambrose more than I wanted Tourmaline. So just to be clear to those who were wondering, but still, Tourmaline was a good character, and yeah, wish things would have worked out to where we could have kept her in the game. But hey, it is what it is. All right, and that's Flopsy, right?
Yep.
Cabaret.
Okay,
Did you ever fix those red eyes?
maybe
Yeah,
not, maybe
no,
never.
Never. Yeah, I know. Nobody cares what I think.
Is,
All right.
is
It's
it
gonna
okay?
take another act of Levianthian, I think.
I don't think she can help him. Salt water won't solve anything.
Is it okay when I take the background realm Ravnica?
I don't care. If you're not from my realm, you can be wherever you want.
Yeah. Let me say, his story is one of many soul life cycles. And the soul life cycle he had before he came to the Bleed was in Ravnica. There, yeah, as a young goblin, he early somewhere came the day where he had to find work. Yeah, his first options were either the Rakdos Guild, the Boros Guild, or the Gruul clans. But in the end, he decided to help in the experiments of the Iset Guild. But one night he became a victim of extremely strong, vile hypnosis magic. In one night, he suddenly woke up outside of his bed, only with a knife and a money purse in his hands, only to be seen impaled by a Boros soldier.
Yep, that'll do it.
That's how he landed in the Bleed.
That's how you landed on the floor. I don't know what you mean.
And yeah, how is the name of your realm again?
Alsperia.
In Alsperia, he was member in a new life. He was member of a little criminal group of goblins that done the usual stupid crimes, where his group one day got rattled up and almost completely eliminated, as his leader and his first mate killed each other in a dispute. He was the last one remaining alive, surrounded by guards pointing their spears at him. And as he knew, he was in a situation he couldn't win anymore. He thrown his sword in front of the soldier's feet and told loud clearly, "Kill me if it makes you feel better." And as soon as the first soldier wanted to charge, the captain of this group instantly intervened and smacked that soldier's face, because he didn't tolerate the abuse of this surrender. And afterward he got normally detained. But he got chances to work off for his crimes. At the beginning, as simple things like rat catching. And for something like rat catching, he made his job pretty good. And it didn't need long time, and he was allowed to live in an orphanage under orphans because he had the fitting body size, like a small infant. And yeah, there he had one event where one time at one night a burglar sneaked in and tried to steal something useful. In the end, the burglar made too much mistakes, was too loud, and yeah, in the end he was overwhelmed and clobbered down by too much children. But in that night, three children got injured. Severay tried something to help against the injuries. Where one of the orphan girls told about some windows in the first floor of the building that was reachable if you were daring enough to go over the roof into the window of the storage room. And yeah, Severay took the initiative to sneak in that room and gathered medical supplies and hushed to the injured infants. At the next day, as it was found out what was happened, the burglar got detained after he got
We're not going to
children.
we're not going to get an entire story about the entire decade life of your character, are we? Like, I just need to know how you fell in the bleed and everything, right? Like, I get the whole need for backstory and all, but you're you're telling us stuff that doesn't seem like information that, I don't know, maybe it is, but still, I'm just saying, like, so where do you fall into the bleed? I don't need to know all the 300 things that happened before then.
It was somewhere in Ravnica. And yeah, if I think about how his future will be, he will probably remain as a crew member of Karma's Fortune. And yeah, he will probably be a wandering apothecary. And yeah, he's thinking about joining a crusade if they could need their medical help to survive.
And you fell into the bleed after applying health, or do I have to beat you with this hammer?
This lies in the stars.
But yeah, I like that storyline better than this one, Chase. Sorry. Anyway, so when does the bleed take Severay? Like that's where we need to get to. I don't want 100 events leading up to it. I need to know what happened.
Said in Ravnica.
Well, we know in Ravnica. Okay, so me and the audience are confused because we think you're telling us 3 different life stories, and I only want to know the one, right?
The one how he came to Elsparia. That's the realm world, right?
Yeah, that's where you popped out at.
Yeah, that was after he was killed in Ravnica for a crime he didn't commit.
Well, you're creating a crime right now. All right, no, sorry. All right, so the bleed takes you eventually, right? And you're here with 404. What happens to you from here and now on?
Yeah, he will probably he will remain as a crew member of the Karma's Fortune. He will probably become also a potent wandering apothecary. And yeah, he stays as the combat medic he is and will be.
But never as good as Lieutenant Dan, who also makes bullets scream in the air. Alright.
He's the brain surgeon. I am just his squire.
Well, I hope he doesn't have to work on brains. That's a little bit hard to do. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Dan, are you going to get on the order, or you got something planned for me?
I've been half paying attention while writing a backstory and shit.
Alright. Alright, then in that case, we'll go to Marcus. Hey, Marcus, I know how you end. But why don't you tell us what memories you get to begin?
He's indestructible, man. Period.
No, he's not. I know how he ends. I'm about to tell you, but he's got to tell us the other half.
No.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm getting some blood.
No.
Marcus falls out of the airship. No one catches him. He gets out of earshot of anyone casting, the float spell or whatever. Or what's that one? Feather fall? Yeah. Because nobody knew. Look, you fall where I tell you. Anyway, tell us the beginning, and that'll determine whether or not you do fall.
The goat. Go ahead, goat.
There is no goat. There's only sheep.
Hey.
And I'm going to murder
Well,
them all.
With a little bit of horns and a little bit of glue, anybody can be a goat. Anyway.
That's bullshit, and you know it.
Keep moving.
I'm going to kill you now, Vodak. The Holy Spirit catches Vodak in a radiated energy factory, and he just explodes for no reason.
Come on, that's bullying.
So yeah, I'm getting bullied by his bullshit, so...
Okay. Alright, we'll keep moving.
Yeah. No, get your ass at it. Get your ass... No. Out. No, you're out of the X now. Get the fuck out of here. You're gone. The hammer will take your spot. It will do better than you. Marcus, I'm sorry for that rude interruption from that cow man.
Wow.
Yeah. Go over there and get milk, bro. Stay. Marcus, take it away before he gets distracted.
Okay.
Alright. Anyway. Where to start?
Right there.
That's the question. Right there. Okay,
Get your
we'll
moo
have
out
to
of here.
Figure out how we got there then. Alright. So we're speaking about how he got there. Marcus received his memories from the other plane of which he fell through, as he's not originally from this one. So, yeah, he grew up in his little hometown, little village of a mass of 2,000 different people of all sorts. And yeah, he did a bunch of events and protecting the forest and whatnot. And the one day his village got completely raided by what again?
No, you wrote it.
I know I did.
The Jedi? The Sith? I don't know. Which one?
It was Chase's band of pirates.
Yeah, as Flamebeard raids your house? Yeah, seriously, what up?
Alright, anyway.
By the way, I picture your robot guy going around with a giant beard made out of flame-looking red paper.
Oh, well, I mean, if it was Chase, yes, not Flamebeard wouldn't do that.
Alright, sorry. Go ahead, Marcus.
His village got massively overran by a different tribe of his. He obviously tried to protect his village as he normally would do. Trying to asking the gods. I know that sounds a little weird. And nobody answered. And so his belief of God fell into despair, and they figured they weren't real. So he ran off. His entire village of whatnot filled with around 2,000 people, I think. Yeah, 2,000 people. Only 40 out of the 2,000 managed to survive. Obviously, him, a few others, and his 3 siblings and whatnot. 2 of them sadly fell behind, so he ran off with his sister and whatnot, and went to... It's my village. It was horribly...
I'm not even talking to you.
Yeah, so he ran off with his sister into the nearby town for shelter and stuff. And obviously they had to make a living of such somehow. And didn't work out of the entirely plan, so him and his sister he protected his sister from all sorts of stuff, so he would do all the work and all the protecting and stuff. Until that same tribe came and found him, and yet again they're off to the run. But sadly enough, they were catching up rather fastly, and he stood behind and told his sister to run off and keep running. And he stood his ground, killed a bunch of the tribesmen that came after him, and when he looked back to see if his sister is gone, he got struck in the back and fell into the bleed.
Everybody is just always falling in the bleed, half dead. Alright.
I ran into the bleed. I ran head first into the bleed.
Yeah, didn't ask.
Yeah, Delaney was full dead.
I was also full dead.
Yeah, you guys just killing it over here before I could even kill you.
Severay got some help by hypnosis.
At any rate, Marcus, now we know how you got to the bleed. How do you think Marcus continues his adventures after this scenario?
He doesn't. Death appears right now and takes him.
I mean, I was gonna go with that, but I figure I'd be nice and let him dream that he can be happy.
No, it's happening.
Take me back. Let me go for round 2 again. No. He's gonna stay with 404 and be a kind of like a natural guardian of the group. And
Oh,
his little-
I know
he's
how
got-
he dies. I know how he dies, guys. It's
He's
a
got his
prank.
little-
It's a prank that goes wrong.
Oh,
Yep,
and
yep.
he-
Firecrackers
he's not-
are involved. Found out it was actually a dynamite stick that somebody mislabeled.
It was Larry.
Larry's dead.
Did Moose
Larry's
speak on it?
dead.
Before that.
No, never.
Stop stealing my backstory already.
All right. Anything?
on,
Sneezed on it.
All right,
That
Marcus.
makes no
Anything else?
sense.
What?
That would be hilarious.
Anyway, Marcus. Anything else before you go home with death?
He has this small feeling of which is as long as he feels that his sister is not dead, he will not die. As long as she lives.
Shit, I gotta go kill her first then. Alright, I'll get right on that.
That's a one shot.
Yeah, well, no, that's a 3-shot. I already got my 1-shot figured out. Alright, anything else, Marcus, or can I move on?
No, you can move on. That's it.
Alright, we're gonna go with Asani next, because Lieutenant Dan was late.
Okay. So, Asani, as we'd already established, grew up in an orphanage of Minerva, I believe it was, the Chaos Goddess, and was an absolute terror around the town, along with some of the other ones as a kid. Once he graduated out of the orphanage, he roamed around a while, just generally being a bad influence on everyone,
As
getting
one
into
does.
trouble without actually getting into trouble, because he had learned at an early age to point the finger elsewhere. And he heard about another orphanage that really oddly rich people frequented.
Oh.
So he went to case the joint and see if he could get some of that money. And in the process, he of trying to get in there and get some of it while it was changing hands, he mistimed and ended up getting chased all through the cathedral into a storehouse in the cellar, and tried to distract by setting fire to some barrels along the way. Unfortunately, they had oil in them, and he
shit.
ended up trapped in a storehouse. No way out, so he tried casting spells, and wild magic did wild magic things and portal to the bleed, and he that or fire dove right in head first. And so now, after hearing Karma's story, he's gonna walk over and say, I think I need to apologize. You know that fire?
Yep.
Which?
That may have been me.
Never fear, the
My
fiery
bad.
sparrow is here.
What fire?
Oh. Well, I mean,
It's kind of like this. You have to
we're
be a
together
little bit
now.
more specific than.
Yeah, we're together now.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I kind of feel really bad about that. That I didn't realize there was all those other people in that cathedral at the time, and I was kind of just
That-
looking for number one at the time.
Dude, that fire.
Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna pay me back for your little indiscretion, and you're going to calm down the chaos and help me raise all these kids on Karma's fortune.
I mean, yeah, to column B, but I'm not so sure about column A. I'll definitely help you out and be the resident bad influence, but
And this is
tad.
where
You
the
can pull it
prank.
in just a
And this
tad.
is where the prank comes to kill Marcus.
Yep.
I believe in you.
All right,
You can
cool.
pull it in just a tad.
All right, and this is where Asani is destined to kill Marcus for me. Thank
Yep.
you, much
Yep.
appreciated.
Yep.
It has to come full circle, right? It has to come full
Yep.
circle.
Yep.
All right, so it looks like Lieutenant Dan. Is there anybody we missed? I think Lieutenant Dan's the last one, and then I have to share a couple more. It's kind of good that Lieutenant Dan's last because Harley's tied into that as well, right? So that kind of like lets that happen like that. So Lieutenant Dan, memories return. What do you got?
All right. So, Lieutenant Dan was born in Timor to a tiefling mother and a human father. His father was an assassin who tried to train Lieutenant Dan how to be one, but Lieutenant Dan was having none of that shit. Instead, he learned how to, make medicines and what herbs did what from his mother.
So Harley's Suga, who is trying to get you encouraged to go back into Kendo. Oh,
Yeah,
gee, I'm having so much fun swinging this dagger at somebody's back. I am such a badass. Wouldn't it be cool if you were into this stuff too, big bro? Anyway.
And there's
Little
Lieutenant
bro, I
Dan, like,
think.
and yeah, Lieutenant Dan high as balls somewhere, like, when Kirito was, training his alchemy.
Yeah, exactly. Eye on
Anyway.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, his mother's teaching eventually led him to being drafted into the military because he became one of the best herbalists in the area, and they wanted him to help combat the scarlet plague or scarlet fever, the
Mhm.
plague.
Yeah, basically.
They wanted to help fight the plague.
And
Anyway.
yeah, the plague killed a lot of people, and well, there's this thing where death lingers. So does the realm of the bleed. So
Anyway,
go ahead.
somewhere during that, him being in the military, he was at this, fort where Mud was assigned, and Mud blew up so accidentally, set fire to a tent that for some reason contained explosives. Probably to get rid of bodies. Anywho, that, cost Lieutenant Dan his leg. And while it annoyed him, he never really felt any animosity towards Mud about it. It was an accident. So, Lieutenant Dan took a chunk of half-burnt log and carved it into his peg leg and got back to work because he had a plague to cure. And during his time in the military, he met who would one day be his wife, Luna. A sorceress who was part of, the actual, fighting force. They would fall in love and have a daughter. Young Diana. But 'twas not to be, as both Luna and Diana caught the plague.
Uh-oh.
What's this now?
Backstory.
Yeah, it's his backstory.
Yeah. So, and during the final stages of his wife and daughter, dying, Luna had asked him to give her and Diana something to help them sleep and not wake up. And Lieutenant Dan agreed, not wanting to watch them suffer anymore. And after burying his wife and daughter, he made a vow to eradicate that plague from every corner of this planet. And then, sometime later, late at night while he was tending to other people who had caught the plague, the bleed opened up and took him and everyone else in that tent. And he fought and fought until the bleed spat him out.
And then the bleed brought you to 404.
Yep. As for what he intends to do in the future, he will stay with 404 and, run a beer and pizza place out of the Karma's Fortune, because why not? Help secure some funds for the guild.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
He's
cover
also-
for when you're trying to sneak into bad places and take their children.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Delivery.
And he's gonna use that-
It's going to cost you one child, please.
and he's definitely going to use that as a cover for his crusade against the heretics of Citadel Kingdom. Because
Absolutely.
he's going to purge those motherfuckers from this place.
Well, you
and
got
their
enough
false
cannonballs, I'm sure, to work.
Yeah. And their false ideas of Ironforge.
Also, yeah, go ahead.
At some point, when he's, feels the need, he's going to make himself a proper, magical prosthesis. And he's going to incorporate his shotgun into it.
You're just going to point your foot at somebody and shoot him.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, he's got Mando in his hands, and then he's got a shotgun in his leg.
Mm.
That's from that movie. Yeah.
It's from Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, they took my gun. Click. Bang!
Oh. Well, is that everything for you, Lieutenant Dan?
That is Lieutenant Dan.
All right. Harley, as we all know, is the shadowy crow. And the fiery sparrow is about to go on his own adventures. Like, you start recruiting all these kids, and Fiery Sparrow doesn't seem like he's getting enough attention. But Harley's like, hey kid, you want to come with me? I'm going to go see Ninny, and you can come be with me, and we can go train with her. And he takes her up on it. And, as he gets a little bit older, and gets a little bit further along in his life, he is visited in the dark of night when he's just kind of like out training on his own. You see a portal open up behind him, and there's a lich-like figure that steps through and taunts the boy to follow him. Well, the Fiery Sparrow can't let this go unattended. And as he goes charging after the lich, the portal closes as the shadowy crow tries to stop him. Too late. The shadow of the realm that he falls into radiate with red mist. And the lich turns to him and says, "You're a champion, and I think I have the perfect place for you. Come with me. What's the big ideal here? What do you think you're doing? You have a future ahead of you. However, it's not in the future." Oh, what does that mean? You'll see. I think this is the answer to the timeline. What are you talking about? He opens up another portal and we see a scene where there's this building being built. A big, sophisticated building too. Like it's a scholarly nature. We see construction being had, and my cat trying to turn my fucking table over. Well, how dare you? as Void jumps through the portal in front of the Fiery Sparrow, and he's like, "Hey, wait, come back!" And Void appears on the steps of a familiar campus known as Ivanera, founded just now. And the Lich steps through, still fully cloaked, and this time hiding his face. He's greeted by a few people there. "Oh, hey, boss, welcome back. We just about got the last floor installed, and you'll be able to start classes in the next season. Good." And he turns to the boy and says, "This'll be your new home. And she will help guide you." And from behind the boy, we see a young woman, long black raven hair, purple silks, no blindfold, for she's not cursed with Ninny's curse anymore. Soraya will be joining Ivanera's founding days.
Hell yeah.
You two are champions, and I have high hopes for the two of you. Learn what you can. And that is the future of Fiery Sparrow. And Soraya, for those who know it. And let's see here. What else do I need to resolve? Shishay and Mori. You're welcome. Shishay and Mori live happily ever after, of course. And the happiest of endings. Who would have seen it? I definitely didn't, because she was the saddest character I ever created. Now I have to go back to the fact that Lindsay is the saddest character I have ever created. And I will torture you with her in a different season. I will torture you with a different season with her. She will not be appearing in Ivanera.
We'll get her a happy ending too. Just you wait.
Nah, she's got a good ending. Don't worry about her. But at any rate, Soraya and the Fiery Sparrow, known as Radomir, will be joining Ivanera's founding days, as will a lot of you. If you are not familiar with how it works around here, !help in Twitch chat will give you a link to that new game, Level 1, coming up soon. A link to our Discord, a link to Charactermancer video. One day I will update it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And you guys can be part of Ivanera when it strikes. Ivanera is a campaign that we've created a couple seasons ago. We played it on Saturdays, but it's going to be a Friday game. And basically, it's a campus where adventurers, young adventurers especially, are brought together and trained to, you know, be properly prepared for dungeoneering or any other expos that could get them killed easily, such as military threats or anything. Think of it as like RDC training, or, you know, like you know, where you send your kids when they're being assholes, you send them to military school, right? Like, this is basically that, right? It's a mixture. Like, this came when Strixhaven was released. I didn't like Strixhaven, so I made it more compatible, because Strixhaven was nothing but mages. And, well, we got more than mages that want to play D&D, right? So we made Ivanera to be a full-rounded battle university where you guys could take part in all the wonderful activities. Some of these activities will include the school classes, of course. And you will meet the Pathmasters, of course. And from doing so, you will be able to join clubs, such as the Paranormal Club, or the Fishing Club, or the Crafting Clubs, or what have you. Whatever clubs we can come up with. Even the Sign Language Club exists, even though it was created in a timeline when Lindsay was going. However, it's here. We have one of
Silvers could bring it back.
Yep, and I think that might be another person who just tripped out of the wrong era and just fell into the ethereal bleed, and then popped in here and forgot who he was, and he will slowly try to remember, why am I at this school again? So that could be
funny. I think it's funny if he knows exactly where he's from.
Oh,
and
yeah?
just like, oh shit, how do I get back here?
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Brooke, you're off the catch
but
today.
you know what'd be even funnier? If he knew exactly where he was from, he told people where he was from, but everyone thinks he's insane.
I mean, it's Silvers. That would
'Cause
bother
that's
him.
not real.
yeah. By the way, Grayson can never come back because he's still stuck in Paldea. Ah, poor kid.
Yeah.
We'll send Greta after him. Who knows? Maybe she can save him. That could be a thing, but maybe we wait till Legend XY comes out, and then we'll do another spirit lock once we see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's all the loose ends, right? I got all my threads taken care of. Did I miss anything?
Oh, buddy, if you're ready for it, I can tell you Delaney's future.
Well, you had a chance, Delaney. What do you got?
Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a montage. Because talking. So Delaney stays with 404. The idea to unceremoniously unravel the Citadel Kingdom and to follow Chase into battle is more than Delaney could have ever hoped. I assume that Chase takes command of the ship.
Oh, there's gonna be several ships. So Chase will be in
But I
command
mean,
of a
you
ship.
take the job as the greater commandant of this whole thing.
Yeah, the flagship.
Commodore.
The flagship.
Commodore Chase. I like it.
There you go. So upon your promotion to your position, Delaney's going to take off his belt, and he's going to give it to you, and he's going to say, and this is after several missions. Well, you're the champ now, man. You've been doing more for kids than I ever could.
But I can't be the champ because you're the champ.
Not anymore, Short Pants. Sorry, Commodore Short Pants. Man,
Hey, Commodore.
Well,
Commodore,
then maybe
comes with a bigger hat. A bigger pirate hat.
Mud, let them finish their scene, please.
if I should have this belt, then maybe you should have this one. And Chase takes off the replica belt that he's been wearing the whole time and gives it to Hero.
Oh, Hero totally takes it and holds it up in like a champagne toast like the first time.
Yes. Champagne toast, championship belts.
That's right. And through the various skirmishes and like I'm looking at the more active battle scenes. There's stealth moments. Delaney's not really a part of those. Delaney has taken to riding like the tip of the keel. And he's got his bandolier, and like it's kind of like having a cannon in the front of the ship. So we see motions of Delaney just like reaching down into the cargo net that's been attached to the keel of the ship, just pulling cannonballs, throwing them. And at night, especially nights before battles, he's visited by the shadowy voice in his dreams, and it blames Delaney for not being able to save everyone. And how he failed in the proper use of its power. And the only levels Delaney is gaining are warlock levels. And eventually it calls to him to find it. And they can show him how to save everyone. So in the night, Delaney slips away.
How dare you overshadow my ending with your shit. Good call. Any more threads that I need to tie a knot in and burn? Many years later, you are found at a funeral. Marcus is dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He actually came to get me this time.
And then a red scale kobold comes in with a shovel, digs his grave. Nope, he's not going anywhere. Come on, get your ass out of there. We got things to do. And perform CRP. And poor Marcus never gets to go to hell, and Death shakes his fist at her. Dare you? He was mine this time. He's never gonna die. As the song says.
Oh, that's with Marcus timing.
At any rate, my friends, I think that's all for now. Like, I know it's a short stream tonight, but we just needed to get to the closure, resolve Cliché's storyline, and from there we just kind of like, wow, we're done. That's it. We made it. The epilogue has been completed.
Yay!
Holy shit, we did it.
You did it, guys. You did it. We got everybody to say their piece. We got peace for Cliche. We got the Fiery Sparrow going back into the past to go to school with the new Ivanera kids who are going to be part of the founding days. I could open up the Ivanera campaign, and if you guys haven't already joined, you should probably do that. The links are already available in the chat, as I've already posted. And then I will show off the Pathmasters just to kill a little time, if you guys don't mind. I see we have a lot of people already jumping in there. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. All right, so let's go into Ivanera's page real quick here and take a look at what the new campaign is going to start to look like. Many of you will recognize the campus as soon as you join. So whenever a new player will make a token, you'll put your token here at the beginning of the game, and then we're going to decide what house you're going to be a part of. I want you guys to meet Solon Tereth. She is the House of the Sun. She is an Aasimar Light Cleric. Meet Lysara Windswhisper. She is a Air Genasi, and she is something. Cat, I need my hand. Can I have it back? This kitten, look at this. Look at this kitten. This kitten will not get off of me. All right, look. You know what? I gotta look at the character sheet because I don't have these memorized. Lysara Windwhisper is a College of Eloquence bard. Oh, it makes sense. House of the Clouds, all the arts. And meet Kaelin Arvanis, a half-orc, if you will, who is House of the Lake. He is the Pathmaster of House of the Lake, and also an Artificer. And you know what? I will leave you with another scene. We see a metal construct walking with him that many of you have recognized from a previous game known as Emo. The future Pathmaster is part of Ivanera. Founding days. Meet Umbro Phalith, House of the Moon, a tiefling woman who is a mastermind rogue. Meet Brandwine Tidewalker, a Triton, who is House of the Island, and he is a thingamajig. What are you? You are a Circle of the Land Druid. And then we have House Volcano!
Volcano!
There's my Asani. There's the Chaos. There's my Chanter. Yeah,
Volcano.
You know it's House Volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had to go. We never made it. I'm sorry. Anyway, meet Ignatius Flameheart, a Forge Domain Cleric, who is a Artisan Smith. So he will be your Pathmaster for House Volcano. And there is also another NPC I can introduce you to. Hearing the words of Ivanera and wanting to come and learn at such a wonderful place, an Alan, scholarly dressed, carrying book bags, starts to walk towards the campus until he stumbles on a rock and throws his books into the air, and everything goes in different directions. We see poor Hoover, the younger version, quickly trying to pick up his books as Soraya bends over and says, "You need help?" And that is my final gift to you. Hey guys, I'm excited for Ivanera. I'm so excited that I think it's going to start maybe after the new year. Now, I will definitely be posting announcements in our Twitch chat, and Discord, and we will definitely let you know on Twitch as well. I'm still going to be streaming games, and if you guys want to, next week will be my birthday, and on this birthday stream, we will have a campfire on the usual time for our D&D games. So if you want to come back on next Friday and talk about what we missed in the game, or anything about the game that you want to know about from my point of view, like if I'd done this star, what would have happened? I can answer that. Or if you have questions about characters or storylines that we didn't get to explore that I could probably reveal to you if it's not coming up in a future thing. But yeah, so join us for Campfire next week. After that, we might not be streaming on a Friday for a game, but it could be the next week after that. Then again, this all depends upon what happens with my CDL. As you all know, I've been working really hard to get my CDL. Matter of fact, I got to go up there tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning and be there at 7. And this is my final week of school, so I will be going back next week as well to kind of like keep everything fresh. because 2 Tuesdays from now, I will be going in for the CDL test. So wish me luck on the 31st. So yeah, that's
Good luck.
happening. Yeah, that's happening, guys. It's happening. So if things go according to plan, Chaotic Calling will still be doing streams on Friday nights. I will try to maintain that. Unless my new job or whatever I pick up. Thing is, if I'm going to do the job, I want to make sure I have a little control on my schedule because I don't have to do this. I want to do it because I want to take the dog on the road, take the cat with us, and, you know, go exploring while living like an RV life. It's the whole point of it, right, guys? But, hey, might as well get paid for it. Anyways, a lot of things coming up down the road for us. You guys have been a wonderful group to DM for. And I look forward to DMing Ivanera for you next. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. Anything you guys want to say before we close out for tonight?
Yes.
What do you got?
Star, thank you so much for doing this for us every week. You know, I don't think any of us say enough, but we really appreciate all the work that you put in and the time that you take to do this for us. This is really a lot of fun, and you know, I've been here for a couple years at this point and seen people come and go, but it's always a good group and it's always a great time, and we really appreciate you. So thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank
I would
you.
also like to. I'd like to
Chase
second
stole my
that.
speech.
Yeah. Thanks,
That-
guys. No,
that
I
it's,
appreciate
I figured it was
I've ta-
coming
I've
here,
talked
CBG,
to-
and I wanted to make sure that you didn't kill your voice because I know you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I've talked to people that play D&D in person, have been playing for years, and they do not envy the fact that we have 20 people in a game.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They do not envy you.
That's
It's like
good.
herding cats sometimes, but we get there in the end.
We do get there, guys. I appreciate you guys being patient.
And we have fun.
The thing I enjoy about you guys is that most of you understand that I am usually joking whenever I'm being mean-spirited, but it's never, you know, to be mean to you guys, you know. A lot of people misinterpret that, and I think that's why some people might leave, but, you know, this is a big table. It's very intimidating, and I'm happy for those who stick around, and I want to make sure those who do enjoy the story and have something to tell other people about, because I think word of mouth is one of the ways we're growing. So, yeah, appreciate your thanks, and it means a lot.
Next season, we shoot for 30 people in a call.
Hey, look, I got to what, 26? 26 was my max. I'm willing to break records.
Oh Lord.
What's the maximum amount of people you'll play? You think that Discord can
Okay,
handle?
here, Discord can handle anything. It's Roll20 that can't.
Like, what's the max you think that Roll20 can handle?
It starts to struggle at 20, honestly. And
Actually, Discord starts to struggle at 50.
see, we got time. Yeah, then we have to start getting Nitro subscriptions to see if it helps.
It doesn't. It's the regional servers.
Oh, well, it sounds like that sucks. Anyways, yeah, no, I appreciate each and every one of you. All your support over the couple years has been tremendously I don't know if I thank you guys enough for those who subscribe every month, you know, leaving your Prime here. I know it's not, you know, it's something you just have half the time, but it's still appreciated. And then you buying the Dixper crates to help support the stream further, or even going out of your way, donating stuff that you really, thank you, CBG. Big shout out to you. You are definitely a big supporter regardless. Thank you for all that. You know what you do. Yeah,
I helped you buy a chair. It was worth it.
You helped me do a lot of things. Don't you act like you don't do enough around here.
I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate
that's our
you too.
secret.
That's right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like, you guys are awesome. And I hope we can continue to make some awesome content and grow as a channel and a community here in the future. Things are going to get crazy. And I look forward to spending that crazy time with all of you. And the cat is apparently attached to me and using me for her water basin. So I am thinking that's where we're going to end the stream for tonight, guys. So join us next week if you want to watch some campfire conversations, and we can all talk about what we meant to say tonight if we missed it. So like CBG, you want to recap some stuff that you weren't able to say because of your voice, we could do that next week if you're here.
I'm still gonna be sick next week.
Too fucking bad. You only get one shot. At any rate,
I got it all out.
No, it's all good. Okay, cool. But yeah, if you guys have questions, comments, or discussion pieces, we can have those. And if we don't have enough to make content out of, we'll start playing a game. We got some fast mode we can catch up on, right? And we could do something. We could do something. Or 7 days or
Play
something.
more supermarket together.
Yeah, supermarket together. Yeah, let's do that. That's
trauma.
I know, right? I know, right?
So
That's
much
why you just
PTSD.
watch us,
Riveting
Balrog.
I
You watch us
know.
and give managerial feedback.
I can only watch the beating with the brooms. That's because that's all the dreams I have and still have. For
Oh
years.
man, man.
Also, I have something stupid I need help with.
What? What's
I need to make a jumpsuit into cool armor.
Why?
I told you it was stupid.
Well, you didn't tell us why. Well, hey, look, I'm trying to end this stream.
You'll find out.
Am I?
Yeah, sorry, bye.
Anyways, I want to end the stream by showing off how happy Shishay is. There you go, guys. There's a happy Shishay for us to end the stream on. You guys help give her a happy ending.
Yay.
I honestly, you know, if it ever came down to me wanting to be a character in my own game, I think I would want to be with Shishay, so I'd be that Mori for her. Anyway, that's like a campfire talk from now on. So let's say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody, good
Happy
night.
Friday,
Good
but
night.
also Merry
Sayonara.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas if we don't see you, and we're gonna go find someone to raid
Who wants
because
to play supermarket?
not right now.
Pineapple pizza.
You're wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong.
No.
Yes,
No.
you're all heathens, and now I have to kill you all.
pineapple
Marcus
on
dies.
pizza's the best.
Marcus
That's
dies,
true.
and Thumper falls in the grave with you.
Ah,
It's
I
an
revived
unfortunate. No,
Oh shit!
the gods
Are you-
refuse to revive him because I am the gods.
damn it.
Yep. Should have watched your mouth. Oh, Bodak falls in there too
I
because
hate it when that
said,
happens.
yeah, he
No.
said pineapple
No,
pizza, so I have to.
I hate it. I hate it when the gods don't like pineapple pizza.
They don't. Yeah. All right. You know what? I gotta meet these guys, or else I'm never getting out of here. Enjoy the music, guys, and we will see you in Ibanera. No, you're muted. Get out of here. We're gonna go find someone to raid. Make sure we ask them, do they hear the call?
From caverns deep, where shadows creep, I'll come